To begin my argument, my counter argument, well, first I wanted to say that the primary argument is mainly concerned with education, college education. Is it worth it due to the high cost we are faced with today? So my counter argument is based on looking at college as an investment. For example, according to a report written by a professor from University of Toronto, Philip Oreopoulos, it's called Making College Worth It. If we approach college education with a classic investment theory, we can gain a better understanding of the worth of our investment. To continue, classic investment theory says that we weigh the returns of college investment against the costs, including direct costs like tuition and indirect costs like wages lost while attending college. If in the end we are better off in the end after going to college than we are today before our investment, then the investment typically is worth it. So if we are to make an investment like attending college, we must inform ourselves, of course, as much as possible of all the key elements of our decision. For instance, we must inform ourselves of the costs and decide how we will pay. You know, for example, there's financial aid. For MJC, there's financial aid if you, come from a low-income family. I personally use financial aid. It's very helpful. Also, when you get to go from community college onto, for example, Stanislaus State, you can take out student loans and things like that. So the best thing is to inform yourself of the big picture of what are the complexities of these kinds of financial aid. So it may be best to seek help or counsel, especially when examining the many options of financial aid. Next, we must choose wisely, of course, the institution we will attend, the major we will pursue, and our intended career or job after graduation. Taking into account anticipated labor market, this is according to the my first resource that I mentioned by Professor, Philip Oreopoulos from Making College Worth It. He says that, where was I? I lost my spot. After graduation, we must take into account anticipated labor markets, likelihood of completion, the costs, and the value of student debt. We can get the most out of our investment in the end. The next level I have to my counter argument would be more of, let's just see. Next, when we are looking to invest in something, we must consider the quality of that in which we are investing. So what it means to the quality of it to ourselves and to our parents and our educators and so on. So according to a journal article from the Chronicle of Higher Education by William Strauss and Neil Howie, called The High Cost of College, college and education has changed dramatically over time. The baby boomers saw traditional but quality education. The Generation Xers didn't have the best overall education. And today, as millennials, we still seek college. There's still demand for college, obviously, as long as it's required to have a degree, to have a certain career. We will continue to attend college. And as millennials, to continue, technology has made getting a degree easier and cheaper in the long run, but the overall cost is still high. So a big part in reducing these costs is and change. I think making big overall changes, and also looking at what traditions we already have in place. For example, the Gen Xers did not get the best overall education, so these are the parents of the millennials. My parents are Generation Xers, and they, luckily, Gen Xers value, and this is also according to the article I just cited a moment ago, they value high school, or not high school, they value college highly. Well, they value all education highly, especially higher education, because they did not receive the best education, I think. And also in the research I found that. So maybe the key to a better education at the college level and overall may lie with the staff members that are Gen Xers, because millennials can relate to them more rather than the baby boomers, because there's a big gap in the differences, our interests, and who we are, our traditions, our values. So the Gen Xers they'll fight harder because, again, their education may not have been the best, and they're more realistic. They want more out of their education. They want more value quicker, sooner, they want to get in, get out. I'm running out of time here, so I have to make this quick. The logic and reasoning in my argument is, if we view college as an investment, we are relying solely on facts. Some of the best businesses are founded on just using cold, hard data. I'm basing my assumptions on the research. My resources mostly come from the library resources, the databases. And weaknesses, I need to do more research about direct connections, experiences, things